All right, Dave. So there's a lot of different families out there and different types of, and everybody's unique. But one category of family that I think separates a little bit in the college industry and how you plan is the small business owner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially a family held business. You being a business owner yourself, probably look at this a little bit differently. What are some of the problems that, obviously there's specific problems when it comes to running a business, but when you add potentially saving and paying for college, what is different than a typical 9-to-5 W-2 employee?
Yeah, I mean, I think the real difference is that a W-2 employee's income is what it is, right? It's stated every year by their, compensation agreement with their employer, and it comes out, you do your 401k, you do your standard stuff. When you're a business owner, you've got some real flexibility as to how you can manage your income, how it comes to you, how you're paid, how it's tracked for taxes, what you do in retirement. And there are a lot of different strategies you can take advantage of. And if you don't, you ultimately end up with profit, and that profit goes to the bottom line. And the problem is you overpay for college.
Got it. So when you go through this, if you're overpaying for college, what kind of effect can that have down the road?
Oh yeah, I mean, so you talk about the compounding of the problem, and you're looking at, you've overpaid for college, you've underfunded retirement, you've done, you may have made great money in your organization and business, and you've squandered the profit, and it has a lasting impact, not simply a turnaround impact of the next year. Especially if you're a business owner that has multiple children, and all of a sudden you've screwed up 3 times in a row over 12 years. Well, you're not an infant in business anymore. Now you're a mature business, and you're paying the consequences of that. So I think the problem only compounds for business owners if it's not addressed.
Got it. Now, when it comes to solutions for this, I'll take it that there's not just some cookie cutter approach that works the same for every business owner out there.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely not. There is no simple, hey, here's the pill, take it, it'll fix everything. In the business owner environment, I think the critical first step is what we call discovery. And it is just an open conversation about wants, needs, likes, dislikes, potential possibilities. What are you doing in retirement? It's kind of this peeling back the layers of the onion of the business and really understanding what is affected in tax and what is affected in financial aid. And can you play that game, right? And can you better your position, mitigate some of the overpayment by virtue of owning a business, because you're being strategic about how you're planning for that business, and particularly during those years where you're having to afford college, and really the 3 preceding years to the first time you write a check.
Okay. So a lot goes into this discovery. When you're helping your families through this, what type of outcomes do you typically see when you're able to work with a family, go through those steps that you just mentioned?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think I can say it pretty simply. We pay less for college and we place more in retirement, and they can sell their business or retire earlier. I mean, that's the outcome that we strive for. How we get to that objective is different depending on the industry, the type of business, and how many employees you have, how many of the employees are inside the family versus outside the family. Are there other tactics and strategies you can use to better your position or better your employee or family position inside the business? So again, I think it's ultimately reducing the out-of-pocket expense for college by as much as possible, and having the ability to save that money. And arguably, I'd say, Joe, if I can get Uncle Sam to pay for college because we're savvy, I'm going to try.
Yeah. If somebody is interested in this style of planning, they're a business owner, where do they start? Where do they go to find help like this?
Yeah. So obviously, I think our website is the first place to start. That's elitecollegiateplanning.com. Click the button to schedule a free consultation, and we'll sit down and try and figure out if we can help or not. We're not able to help every family. It's just the nature of the beast. And we're not able to help every business. But we have to have some of those preliminary conversations to determine if there is anything we think we could do, and then go from there.
Any big success story that you've worked with a business owner that you would share with people? Anyone that sticks out?
Yeah. Without naming the business or the amount of money we're talking about, we were able to create, because it was a small, closely held business, we implemented a really strategic retirement plan very comprehensive, not your traditional 401k or your SEP IRA. It was a comprehensive, multifaceted retirement plan that enabled them to shelter a considerable amount of income in the year that was known as their base year. In doing so, their adjusted gross income went way down, and ultimately their cost of college was under $10,000 a year at a $75,000 a year school. And they're still very good clients to this day, obviously.
I would imagine so.
So
yeah, that's great information. Again, if you're a business owner, you're interested in having a conversation to see if this type of planning is a good fit for you, visit elitecollegiateplanning.com.
Thank you.